descended from atoms, the what really matters. Subject to the answer, explain me getting at 'em. Fathom the depths of the words I bring light to. A phantom at best, God like I recite truth. Melt the fire, remove the shades of pain that undoes. Divine cues to bring sight to the dark room. My heart moves through the chambers of space like stars do. Radiating, trailblazing my flame.
All right, all right.
Hatefu, greetings everyone, and thank you for coming on board. And for those who will be seeing our presentation later on, that's wonderful. Please like and share what we are doing today. We are live and direct at the BOT, which is the Black Box on Troost. The whole place was a chicken place, and they painted it all, all of the interior black. It's a beautiful mural on the exterior of this place. And this is a theater, performance art location in the heart of the east side of Kansas City, what would be considered the community of people who have a specific income level, but we are outreaching to the artists, to the people in the community, and engaging them for activities. And so we have signed up for Sundays. We also have 2 presentations on Wednesday, and Sunday is our full day where we can set up for other kinds of activities and events alongside our weekly activity. But we are EMWOT, East meets West of Troost. I am Nutabexu, and we have as our CEO, Saste Meter Mosley, who is one of the founders of East Meets West of Troost. East Meets West of Troost was established to counteract some of the challenges in economic development in the heart of Metro Kansas City and urban Kansas City, as they call it. And I came on board as an executive director at a later time period and brought in as an event planner Will Allen, who came on board and connected with us. Will Allen, if any of you all are familiar, was the urban farmer for the White House gardens during the Obama administration with Michelle Obama. And he is an aficionado with urban agriculture in that he took a 3-acre plot of land and turned it into a multi-million-dollar business. Oftentimes we don't think about that small level of acreage as something that could be substantial, but he was able to make that happen. And Saste Meter was right with him, actually built the first bunk bed system, as they call it, a bunk bed system or construction where you have a low level of fish. It's a fish pond that was created on the bottom, and on the top there is a raft of food that grows, and the food consumes the energy or the elements that are released from the fish and so it's a complete circle of connection, and that you're able to harvest the plant life in 10 to 15 days, and then every 6 months you are able to harvest the fish, and then you have 6 systems you have every month, harvesting fish and promoting. But with that being said, we are in what we do urban agriculture. We are electrical contractors where we do low voltage installation, IT services. I do visual communication, computer graphics, and we come on board with Charlotte Street Foundation and this location to present opportunities for individuals. So you're able to watch this at the comfort of your home on a live broadcast, as well as and participating right here. We have popcorn, we have some desserts, we have food here for anyone that could come in from the street or drive here to this location. Today, we are watching The Enemy of the State, which is a Will Smith headliner. And I have a series of Will Smith headliners that I'll be for our venue. I'm changing the name. I'm in a process because I set up our event until December, and then we're going to make a transition into the next year as we grow. But please like and share this objective. It is a way for you to give me feedback, interact with the objective. I want to speak on positive Black role models because the idea or the energy of racial stereotyping and confusion about the objective that we are whole human beings. We have, a soul core, we have intelligence, we have functioning, and pointing out the leaders, pointing out African American men who are substantial, and using those role models, father figures, teachers, accountants, business owners, who are often unsung in the stereotype of African American diaspora. But with that being said, we are talking about the metaphysics. We're talking about the science of film production and the objective of how we are tricked in our minds about when we go to a film, we turn off the lights, we go into a black box, and we go into a certain consciousness. We go into a hypnotic trance, basically, where we are self-hypnosing. We go into identifying with what's going on in the film. That's why they tell you to turn off the phone, la, la, la. Because we're going into a state of acceptance with what we see on the film. And everything on these films are intentional. They have product placement, they have other special effects that trigger into your consciousness along with what you're actually watching on the film. So there's multiple dimensions and multiple messages. And we're here to decode and decipher that and apply it to on a metaphysical level. So just talking about the movie Enemy of the State. It was a mixed feeling for me. I enjoy Will Smith. I enjoy his drama and presentations, his humor. And at the time, as a young man, he was entering into a prime film presentation by doing this. And just the idea that we watched The Matrix, we watched Avatar, and the idea that there's other things going on in the world that we think that we're doing one thing and other things unseen are happening to us is a continuation of that idea. The Avatar was a takeaway in that, there is a holistic connection with the earth, with the environment that we need to be conscious of as people and community. We have to have a sustainable relationship with the planet. I'm going to let you talk.
All right. So about the enemy of the state, but let me chop up a couple of things real fast. A lot of people are concerned about this new 5G and what 5G means, so forth. They just know that 5G is 5 times 1G, or it's one more step more than 4G. But it's actually the faster the frequency, the more information I can get out to you. So when you get to the 5G frequency, now I'm going to be able to put a lot of information out to you. And what that allows you to do, number one, I'll just hit a couple of items. All the businesses around here, right now they have these kiosks where you can sit here and talk to the kiosk and get your order, and then they print out what your order was supposed to be. So you can't blame anybody for getting your order wrong because you actually sat there and pushed it in yourself. Well, in the future, each one of those options, another option is going to be a person sitting right there taking a robot sitting right there, recording videos, sending video to a control monitor, and the robot is just sitting there talking to you about your order and what you want and so forth. So on that 5G signal, a lot more businesses will be able to tap into that type of technology and change the way we do business. Another thing that's going to change is the way that we do healthcare, because now they have the little buttons of falling, I can't get up or whatever. You'll actually be able to have a robotic care attendant there with you, a drone that'll be there, and all of these things. You don't want that system to go off if you're leaving your parents there. It'll also help you with security. The cost of security is going to go down because you'll be able to have a lot more signal on there. So it's basically going to change. One of the things about the enemy of the state, for just one case, basically, just one case, is able to task satellites, get the satellite to look down on you. It's able to use wiring devices. It's able to track your phone history, all your purchasing history. Now, imagine that happening in real time, okay, where I can get all this information in real time. And the movie talks about how it will be used for the government, but what I wanted to share was you as a consumer and your cookies and what your likes are and so forth. You're going to have somebody that knows all about you, that can hang with you all the time, answer your questions, say, hey Siri this, hey Google, listening to you all the time, watching what you do, and then telling you, hey, you still want to get that sandwich? Oh yeah, it's going to be your best buddy. So all these new signals and all these capacities, they're going to, the supercomputers coming out, the 5G coming out, the artificial intelligence.
And also, I've talked about Codex Alimentarius, where back in the late 90s, they were talking about how food is going to be transformed to medicine. It's going to be prescribed. And the Food and Drug Administration is already a very close objective. And so the notion that our food is actually going to be considered medicine, it's going to be prescribed, it's going to be rationed, and it's going to be controlled much more than what we think of now. I mean, I'm hearing what you're saying in that if somebody is that has Siri in their house and they have their security system, they can talk to Siri, ask them questions, ask them to sing songs for them, have this kind of companionship type of relationship, but they're observing and noting their blood pressure, their eating habits, and their choices that they're making.
Right.
That people are driving in, dropping off, and delivering things, opening your door, and putting food in your refrigerator, while it's on camera, and those kinds of things. And all of that's going to be automated. We just did an install for Home Depot, and
for a major corporation.
right. I'm sorry. A major corporation, and this major corporation, the people around me started asking questions. They were like, well, what's happening? Because people don't like to scan they don't like to use the computer checkouts. Why are you adding more computer checkouts? And I said, because they're not going to even come into your store except to pick up stuff. It's already set up where everything is online. Home Depot, the other company, operates. I'm going to have to do some editing.
No, don't worry about it.
The major corporation no longer has a brick and mortar objective. That's not the primary objective. You go there, you order it, it's shipped over to your house. It's at the construction site. You don't even need to go and pick it up. And so the idea of automation and what 5G really represents. So this is really, to me, it was a movie. I think this movie was made before the 9/11 situation, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, wow.
The Homeland Security that they're talking about, the act. The guy mentioned several big cases You have to watch when these big cases go through the Supreme Court, because everything changes. You know, we just had a scare with Byron Allen and Supreme Court trying to decide if we really should be remain free, basically, on the economic side. So, but the community rallied to deal with that. You got to watch these cases. One of the cases that Will was talking about was how reporters have certain protections, and he was saying, "Oh, they don't have television coverage or something along those lines." Where it's a good movie to watch if you want to get the up-to-date legislation on personal privacy. So, but that's really the big decoding for the movie. As you look through it, just remember, just imagine the guy who was after Will Smith, all the information he had access to.
Yes.
Now, we're going to turn you into that person. You're going to have that much control over your house, your car, watching the video feeds at your kids' school to see and make sure they didn't pull out the parking lot as soon as you dropped them off, you know.
Right.
You'll be able to do all of that, the same amount of control from your handheld in the future. Have access to everything, every network that you buy, your video at home, your kids' phones, your workers, your trucks, your GPSs, and so forth and all. So you have all that access, and it'll change the whole concept of security because you will have a lot more ability to if your car gets stopped, you'll be able to, everybody you know will know I just got stopped. This is the person, and here's the live feed, and you just push a button. So it's kind of changing the playing field.
Yes. And so, this is like I said, a very significant movie. I mean, I don't think I remember seeing of the energy during the process of its production or release than later on when people are like revisiting this movie. And the idea that, all of our systems, we think things are going to be the same, and we keep thinking this way. We keep thinking our streets, we're right now here in Kansas City, they dug up our streets, they put in brand new sidewalks, brand new sewage system lines, and I just realized I'm paying for this water going down the drain as well as the water coming in. And so it feels like it's a double charge. And then the idea that, our everything that is in that toilet, in that drain, is being monitored and controlled. And we think we're going to still be driving cars, or that our cars are going to be fossil fuel, or that, instead of rethinking and planning, having a 50-year plan, having a way where we actually see a future for our youth and our children, and orienting towards that plan of action. So things are going to just overnight, our money values, our, how we buy and exchange, everything has shifted, and we need to be cognizant of that.
All right, let's get to the movie.
Alrighty, so again, we're going to shut down. We're going to restart because we've had some technical issues with playing the movie. And this is more or less a way of decoding. And Sase suggested, the Green Griot, he's wearing his green today. The Green Griot suggested that we talk through the movie because really the significance of this objective is to understand and decode. And so we're going to restart the movie. We're going to shut this live feed down. So stay tuned. We're going to start another live feed. And this time we're going to be introducing, and we're going to talk about the movie. So don't be surprised. We're going to, I haven't done any spoiler alerts yet, but we're going to be talking through the movie and highlighting some of the issues or objectives that we've seen. And then we're going to come back on board again after that segment. So there's 3 segments. And then we're going to have a final wrap up. Again, please, invite your friends, invite your comments. We invite your comments throughout the movie to just type in what you would like to discuss or some of the ideas that you have. I noticed Crumb Snatcher is doing his decoding, and I'm inviting him and challenging him to come on board, decode some of the movies that we are seeing, and then we'll do the same on your
Got my
feed.
nephew Seven out here. He's a scientist. He's been in the lab doing the farming for years. So look to see his comments also.
All right, now. So without further ado, we're going to shut down and we're going to start back up again. Post this to your pages and to your group. Thank you.
All right.
Now we're still.
You want to stop?
You want
Or
me
you
to
want
start?
to keep going?
Yeah, I'm going to keep going. Are we going? Is there going to be a cliff of time? Because I can't pause it. Can we play? I'm on YouTube. Have you? You haven't ended yours. Why is it still on? It says, "Are you sure you want to